Hello, my name is Jason Bartlett with Level Financing. I know we're going through some extremely difficult times right now. This situation is not anyone's fault, but it's affecting everybody. I'm here today to share a few ideas that you can use to help you or your family get through this situation. With this coronavirus, maybe you've lost a job, experienced a reduction in your income, or have to go on unemployment. All of these things are forcing us to have to think smarter about how we manage our money. There's going to be programs that help you put some money in your pocket. There's also going to be programs that help you defer the payments or possibly not even put the payments on pause for a while. What we are going to do here is we're going to go through each one of these and share with you what we've had customers experiencing and what we've found out during this pandemic. The first thing I want to talk about is the credit cards, because most of you know that making the minimum payment on this, 70 to 80% is just going towards interest and fees. So we want you to contact your credit card companies and ask them to go ahead and defer the payments. What we're finding is the majority of them will gladly do this in these difficult times. The next loan that we really want you to focus on is the auto loan. And the reason for that is we're seeing a lot of really good forbearances. This is where they take the money and they let you skip a certain number of payments. It depends on your auto financing company, and put it onto the back of the loan. This is a really great way to get relief during this time. It is imperative that you call your auto lender. The next thing I want to talk about is if you're a renter. Right now, they are putting a moratorium on all evictions. Okay, so this is very important. So that means you will not get evicted during these hard times. The next thing I would do is reach out to your landlord and ask them if you could receive some relief on your rent. A lot of people that we're talking to have pointed out to their own landlord that the lending companies on the mortgages are putting in a forbearance, and then they'll go ahead and pass that on to the renter. If you own a home and you have a mortgage, it's absolutely imperative that you call up. We're finding that almost every lender is allowing you to at least do a forbearance on one payment. In some cases, we're seeing lenders do 12 months of a forbearance on these mortgage loans. That's huge. So make sure that you call your lender right away. Another area we need to focus on is the utilities, okay? It is very important that you get a list of your utilities and you call all the utilities that you have. We're seeing that they go ahead and let you defer these payments as well in most cases. If you have student loans, it's very important to know that they will go ahead and they will defer these payments as well and defer off any interest that you have. So please contact your student loan lender. This is very important. Now that we've talked about all the things that can help you with your debts, let's talk about income and resources. During this time, if you've had to stay home from work, you can qualify up to 2 weeks of your regular rate of pay. The federal government passed the Families First Response Act in order to help anyone that has to stay home that might have got this virus or that has to stay home and take care of their kids and is in a bad situation. So please do your research on that and find out more about that. Anyone that's struggling, that might be low income, that's struggling putting food on the table, there are some food assistance programs that have come out. So please go ahead and do your research and find out more about those. If you found yourself in the unfortunate situation where you've lost your job or had to get laid off, like many people are experiencing right now, they do have an unemployment increase from the feds. For example, it just depends on which state you're in and where you're at as far as how much income you make. But we've seen people get an increase as much as $600 per week on the unemployment. You might experience that they're very backed up at this time, but just be patient. And the most important thing is you have to be persistent and just know that you are going to get an increase. I've seen some people getting up to $1,000 a week for their unemployment now, and we've never had it that big. I know these are difficult times, but there are tons of programs out there, and we're all in this together. So please stay positive, do your diligence, and go through your checklist and we'll get through this together.